College baseball tonight from Coral Gables on the campus of the University of Miami. We've got a dandy game 2 between the rivals Miami and the Florida Gators. Hello everybody, Joe Zagacki alongside former Hurricane Javi Salas. Game 2 of the series. Last night the Gators scored 5 runs in the 8th inning. Good ball game, but the Gators busted it open in the 8th inning.
And it was a tale of 2 ball games. I think the first 7 innings of Miami Hurricanes and AJ Siskar especially kept them in the game. Unfortunately, that 8th inning did him in, and 5 runs by the Gators. A tremendous pitching performance by the Gator pitching staff. We're in for a doozy here on Saturday night.
Last night, the Gators dominated on the mound. Hurricanes came in as a high-scoring team, but it was the Gators pitching staff that really controlled this ball game.
Yeah, it was a fantastic start by Liam Peterson, only to be upstaged by the reliever Jackson Barberi. Absolutely tremendous performance by the both of them. They kept the Hurricanes hitters at bay, most especially Joe. Their work against Daniel Cuvée and Alex Sosa, neutralizing the middle of the lineup, especially in some really big spots last night.
Well, the Gators offensively tonight, Kevin O'Sullivan has filled out his lineup card, and it will look like this. And last night they got all the runs they needed in the latter stages of the ball game for the Gators tonight. Jones, Lawson, and Surowick at the top of the order. Gators were led last night by Lawson, who had went 3 for 3. The middle of the lineup, Bowen, Sear, and Strayer. The bottom half of the lineup, Caden McDonald, followed by Miller, and then Colt Myers. Gators blue jerseys, gray pants tonight. And Rob Evans will be on the mound for the University of Miami. He's 2-0 thus far. The left-hander from New York. What can we expect from him?
Well, it's the second start of the year, Joe. Trying to find his footing, trying to find his way in this Hurricane pitching staff. It's a huge start for him here. His first start against the Florida Gators, a big rivalry game, trying to even up this series. So we'll see how much adrenaline he comes out with here in this first inning.
So Evans all set to go. 2-0 this season, earned run average of 6, 11 strikeouts against 2 walks. Debovic, Torres, and Williams in the outfield behind Evans. Cuvée, Ogden, Watkins, and West on the infield. Sosa does the catching. Umpiring a full crew tonight. Derek Mollica right there will call the balls and strikes. Rob Evans hoping for a favorable strike zone. Jim Rosso, the first base umpire. Mark Stewart over at second. And Travis Carlson has third base. All set for baseball. About 15 minutes late. We had some rain here at 5 o'clock. We haven't had rain in 3 months. Gators come to town. It decides to rain, but we're set to go. Evans out of the bullpen a year ago, trying to be Miami's number 2 starter. First pitch is in there for strike 1. Baseball underway at 6:16 in Coral Gables. Had a packed house last night and a packed house today as well. 0-1, a swing and a miss, nothing in 2. How important do you think it is for Evans and Miami as you see this big crowd after the Gators won the game late last night? The Gators are thinking, let's carry that momentum over here into the first inning. Kane's got to have a quick inning, right?
Absolutely. You need a stopper type inning here from Evans. Get the crowd behind you guys. And he does just that with that elevated fastball. Really nice job from Evans there. If early in the game as a starting pitcher, you want to establish that fastball, and Evans, 3 good fastballs right by Jones. Great start for Rob Evans.
Jones goes down swinging. Here's the man of the hour from last night, the headline maker, Brendan Lawson, 3 for 3, 2 RBIs in the game. Hurricanes had a tough time getting him out. Had a home run for the Gators. That came in the first inning. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike, caught the outside corner. Lawson waits for Evans, and the left-hander brings it home. Tap foul toward the Miami dugout.
He's pouring in fastballs right now. I love the approach from Rob Evans. You want to get these guys in swing mode, understand that, hey, you want to get quick outs, but, got these guys in favorable pitcher's counts. We'll see if he expands his zone here with a slider, left-on-left slider.
On the 0-2, the Canes playing Lawson straight away, holds the bat up high. And the pitch. Swing and a tapper foul. Lawson stays alive.
Evans did just that, tried to expand the zone with a slider. Left it a little bit higher than he probably wanted. You want to bounce that pitch in the dirt. Got Lawson in defensive swing mode here. I think you elevate another fastball, see if he chases.
Sophomore shortstop. Waits on the 0-2, lefty against lefty. Brings in a fastball and he fouls it back onto the screen. The 0-2. Took something off of that one and just missed. I think he had Lawson buckling a little bit on that one.
Looked like everyone buckled as the fans all wanted that pitch. You ask me, Joe. You ask a pitcher what they thought of that pitch. I'll give you a very straight answer.
Surowick waits in the on-deck circle and a 1-2 pitch coming to Lawson. He stays alive off the fist foul.
That's a great pitch. Great sequencing right there from Rob Evans and the Hurricanes pitching staff. Slider away, come back in hard with that fastball. Lawson can't lay off. And that pitch sets up future at-bats. Lawson's too good to get out the same way 3 or 4 times in an evening, right? So throwing that fastball in, making him understand, hey, you're not going to get pitches to hang out over the plate on. Really good pitch there from Rob Evans.
He's only hitting .514. 11 games into the season, he's hitting .514.
Well, and he put one yesterday onto the track, so he's definitely showed he's a dangerous at-bat here.
Lawson 3 hits last night after going 3 for 3 and the 1-2.
Oh boy.
That one just missed. I was thinking that after the last one that was called a ball, anything close, Lawson would have to swing, but he laid off of that one, and Derek Malika did not ring him up.
Mr. Malika doesn't have a lot of friends in Coral Gables right now.
Ball 2, strike 2. Just underway at the light. Grounded to the first baseman, West. Easy play, taken to the bag himself. 2 quick outs for Evans. Pretty good battle there, won by Evans.
9-pitch at-bat. When you get in some of those at-bats, especially early in the game, it's almost like, Evans, you want to dispose of these hitters as quickly as possible. Good job of Lawson there, fouling off a bunch of pitches, but Evans bests him with a good slider there. Harmless ground ball over to first base.
Here is Surowick, the Gators' first baseman. 6'1", 235 pounds from Mississippi. A big swing and a miss, nothing in 1. He looks like a first baseman.
Oh yeah, he does. Swings like one too. That was a healthy hack.
Transfer from Ole Miss, hitting at 375. 1 strike pitch, and Evans jumps in front, nothing in 2. So far with Evans, he's been ahead of the first 3 hitters.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see if you're Coach Arteaga, Coach Gutierrez. Got the Gators in swing mode. On the flip side, the Gators are really aggressive. I've been surprised with how much swing they've come out in this first inning with.
Evans a deep breath. Surowick waits on the 0-2. Oh, I thought that was strike 3. He just missed 1 and 2. Good eye by Surowick.
Got to be encouraged if you're J.D. Arteaga, Laz Gutierrez. He's been all over the strike zone, right? Even the misses have been extremely close. Encouraging sign here in the first inning.
Surowick 2 for 3 last night. A swing and a miss. Down on strikes goes Surowick, and it's a 1-2-3 frame for Evans. He gets through the first inning. He strikes out. Surowick going with the hard stuff after a half inning in Coral Gables, Florida nothing. And the Hurricanes are just coming to the plate. But his lineup card this way: Jake Ogden leads off, followed by Michael Torres. Third baseman Daniel Cuvée hits third. Alex Sosa in the cleanup spot, followed by Derek Williams, then Brylan West. Kean Copeland, Dylan Dubovic, and followed by Jalen Watkins hitting ninth last night. Hurricanes with 8 hits and just 2 runs. Another hard thrower out on the mound for the Gators. Another pro prospect, 6'2", 205-pound Aiden King. Javi, what can we expect from him?
Making his third start of the year, Joe. I mean, what can you say? After a performance yesterday from Liam Peterson, to say you're bringing this guy out to start on Saturday night, SEC all-freshman team, freshman All-American last year. You see his stats from last season, 7-2 with a 2.58 ERA. I think more impressively, 79 strikeouts over 73 in the third inning. So going to see a live fastball. You're going to see a lot of strikeouts. You're going to see more of the same from Kevin O'Sullivan, a power right-handed pitcher.
Big Hurricane crowd looking for something to cheer about tonight. I wonder about, competition when you got a pitching staff as good as the Gators, and you saw the pitching performance last night. Then does King say, well, my turn, I'm going to go out and do even better?
It's one of the best parts of being a starting pitcher is it's a friendly competition, right? Obviously, you all those guys are all friends, but you see Liam Peterson strike out 8. He's probably thinking, I got to get 9 or 10 tonight.
Ogden last night went 1 for 3. He had a double down the right field line on a check swing, but when I checked the box score, it looked like it was a line drive.
Double. Take those.
A ball and a strike. And Ogden looks at strike 2. Not a fastball to touch 92. King works quickly. Ogden didn't mean to, but he got a little piece of it. And he stays alive. Tenth-ranked Florida Gators, a winner last night. 1-2 to Ogden. Chopper third base, behind the bag, Miller. Long throw to first, wow. Got him by a step. Good throw by Miller. Nice play on a tricky hop. And a good strong throw.
Really good play there by Miller. He gets that long second hop and makes an extremely strong throw across the diamond. Gets him by a step. Great play back there.
That was a big league play.
Well, yeah.
He barely.
Oh, yeah.
He got that ball and rifled it across. One down for Miami. Michael Torres 1 for 3 last night. He looks at the first one outside for a ball. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. Torres takes another one right around the knees, 1-2.
One thing you see early on from both pitchers here, the tempo's been just fantastic. That's one of the things you want to do, establish early on in the game, make sure your tempo's good. Defenses love that.
Torres takes that one in the dirt. 2-2. King started the season a year ago in the bullpen, finished with 12 straight starts. 2-2 pitch. Chopper behind the mound on the charge. Shortstop off his glove. Lawson can't make the play. Miami is the first base runner of the night.
King does a really good job of inducing weak contact from Torres, but that high chopper, Lawson's unable to make that play. It would have been tough to, even if he does field that cleanly with the way Torres runs. He'd have to make a really strong throw across the diamond, but Hurricanes have their first runner on base and exactly who they want up to bat.
Here comes Cuvée. Took the collar last night. Went 0 for 4. So an infield hit for Torres. And now Cuvée. Off to a good start, but last night Gators had his number. First one to Cuvée in there for a strike, 0-1. Cuvée might have been a little bit behind that one. And now no balls, 2 strikes with a base runner aboard and 1 man down.
Coming right after him with fastballs. King challenging Cuvée there with a fastball in the inner half, and Cuvé's unable to get his hands out. But I love the pitch sequencing thus far from King.
0-2. Strike 3 called, and Cuvée knew it. He goes down looking on strikes. 2 down here in the first inning.
Good fastball right there from King, and have to imagine that Cuvée might have had his eyes out there looking for a slider, something off speed, and gets a fastball right down Broadway. Cuvé's too good of a hitter to get out the same way 3 or 4 times. Again, similar to what the Canes are doing to the Brendan Lawson types. You got to show different things every single at bat. He's too good of a hitter. Too good of a hitter to sit and understand the way he's going to be pitched all night long.
Cuvée has 5 at-bats in the series and 3 strikeouts. So you know the Gators have made him a priority. And so far winning that matchup. King to Alex Sosa. 1 ball, no strikes.
Trying to take advantage of that shift there, Joe.
Yeah. There's nobody around third base. I guess he could bunt it and run forever.
Yeah. Leg out a double. College hasn't quite caught up to the major league rules of shifting, so.
Yeah, I'm lukewarm on the shift.
You know, it's one of those things when I'm glad Major League Baseball went away from it because I think it's a much cleaner game. I'm surprised college hasn't caught on just yet.
I could do without some of the replays in college as well.
Replays and pickoffs, Joe. We can go on and on.
King went 73 in the 3rd innings last year. Pitched to an earned run average of 2.58. That's in there for a strike to Sosa right around the belt. The former NC State player. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Torres trying to get himself a pretty good lead over there at first base.
You got to imagine here with 2 outs, Torres is going to be aggressive. We'll see if the steal plays on. Also, guys are out of position, so it might be a good opportunity to try and get into scoring position.
Sosa jumps away from that one. It's 3-1.
On 2-0, King threw a really good changeup, caught Torres by surprise. In a 3-1 hitter's count here, we'll see if he goes back to that changeup.
3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Williams would be next. He's waiting in the on-deck circle. Now it's 3-2. Torres will get a head start on this one. We have a 3 ball, 2 strike count. No score here in the bottom of the 1st inning. There he goes. Sosa chopper to the 3rd baseman. Oh, Miller bobbles the ball and will not have a play. Well, he made a great play earlier in the inning. That one, I think, now nobody's covering 3rd, and Torres takes off and swipes 3rd base. Heads up play, nobody called timeout. Miller got caught up on the error, was thinking about that, and Torres said, you think about it, I'll take 3rd base.
Great job right there from Torres. Catching everybody out. I had looked down, Joe. I hadn't really noticed what had happened. And we're gonna replay here with Miller just booting that ball and kind of nonchalantly throws it back to King. No one had called timeout yet, and a great job by Torres taking advantage of the Gators falling asleep right there.
Heck of a play by Torres. Miller's looking at the baseball, trying to get his composure back after juggling it. Torres figures out there's nobody over at 3rd base. I can beat him in a race. And now it's 1st and 3rd. And Kevin O'Sullivan comes out of the dugout.
Have to imagine Kevin O'Sullivan's getting the attention of everybody in that meeting right there. Two misplayed balls in the infield. You know, a little lapse of attention, and all of a sudden the Hurricanes are threatening with runners on 1st and 3rd.
Yeah, that's a good question. I was wondering about that, Javi. Does he go out this early in the game? And you're right, they have 2 misplayed balls, and to get the attention of his infield, because he's got a great pitch route. He can't possibly go out there in the 1st inning and say anything to King, who hasn't allowed to run yet.
The ball hasn't left the infield, Joe. So, again, if I was the betting man, he was trying to get the attention of the other 4 guys, not necessarily Mr. King.
Here comes Derek Williams, runners on the corners. He looks at the first one, low and away. So Miami 1 hit and an error on the 3rd baseman. First and third, Sosa at first. Over at third, Torres. And Williams takes strike one. Fastball that touches 93. 3,000, 4,000 umpires didn't like that one at all. A ball and a strike on Williams. High fly ball to left field. He hit it well. Backing up is Sear, and that one's gone. It's a 3-run homer for Derek Williams. He'll touch a ball. His 5th home run of the season. And Miami takes advantage of the error. And the Hurricanes jump out in front 3-0.
And Joe, we talked about it, the importance of Miami getting out to a lead. It starts with Rob Evans, a quick first inning. Get your hitters out there, and Derek Williams does a great job hitting a mistake pitch there. It looked like a hanging slider and deposits it into left field.
Williams unloads the deep left field. All Blake Sear could do is take a look at it, and it's 3-0 Miami. Well, the ground ball, the error by Miller opens the door for Miami, and they take advantage of it.
Life comes at you fast sometimes, Joe. The King was cruising, 2 ground balls in the infield, throwing a ton of strikes, and 1 mistake, and crooked number up on the scoreboard.
So now West jumps in front, 2 balls and no strikes.
Got to be careful here if you're King. West got a ton of power.
29th home run of the season for Miami. West hard ground ball, third base side foul. The first runs of the season given up by Aiden King. Williams unloads with a 3-run shot to left field. And the 2-1. Bounding ball past the Gators dugout. Ball 2, strike 2.
If there's anything this first inning teaches you too, Joe, it's the importance of putting the ball in play, right? I mean, 2 balls that are cue ball shots, 2 hoppers that any other day they're probably routine ground balls, right? But you put the ball in play, make the defense have to field their positions, and Torres does a great job. That play's not going to show up in the scorebook. It's not going to be a stolen base, but tremendous job just putting pressure and making guys think a little bit.
West, a half swing and a miss. He goes down, but the Hurricanes strike first. 3 runs in the inning on 2 hits and a big error. Nobody left on after 1. It's 3-0 Miami. Here tonight, enjoying the ball game. He threw out the first pitch. He still has that baseball with him. He certainly's had his luck against the Gators. Did some damage against the Gators the last 2 years.
A guy who knows a thing or two about beating the Gators, right, Joe? Great first pitch. I'll give him that.
Right.
It was
he threw it in
threw
there.
a strike, and
he
it was
did.
with a little zip on it. There was no let up from Coach Cristobal.
I think he's been practicing.
Yeah. No. I think not knowing Mario, but knowing of Mario, he was not going to go out there and not throw a hard first pitch.
For the Gators, 4, 5, and 6. Ball on a check swing. It's appealed, and it's in there for a strike. Bowen, a transfer from TCU, took an 0 for 4 last night. One ball, 1 strike.
So important here for Evans to have a quick inning and get the guys back in the dugout. A shutdown inning, one of the most important things as a starting pitcher. When you get some runs, you get some support, you gotta hold up your end of the bargain and get those guys back in the dugout.
Bowen, a native of California, second team All Big 12, grounds this one right side into right field for a leadoff single. Gators have the leadoff man aboard. And now Blake Sear, former Hurricane.
Warm welcome, right?
Yeah, had his hitting streak stopped last night, but did have an RBI. Sear at 375 for the season. And the pitch. Lines it into left field. That'll be in there for a base hit. Dubovic decide to play that one on a hop and keep it in front of him, and now the Gators have something percolating here in the second.
Good piece of hitting right here from Sear. Gets an elevated pitch and hits it into left field. Almost hung up just enough for Dubovic to have a chance to make, but I think that's a smart play, and they don't let anything get behind you, especially in left field. It's a long run for Torres there to go chase that ball down.
Keeps the double play in order. Strayer, left-handed hitter, digs in. Strayer, a native of Tampa, and the pitch. Evans in there for strike one. Strayer's a freshman. Was listed as the number 41 player in the state of Florida. 0-1 delivery. Lines it. Ogden can't get there. Into left field. The Gators have the bases loaded. And nobody out.
I mentioned in the first inning the aggressiveness of the Gators. We're going to see a replay here. Not a very hard hit ball from Strayer, but hit them where they ain't, right? Ogden lays out and able to make the play. And I mentioned the first inning, Joe. I was surprised by how aggressive the Gators were. They obviously feel like Evans is around the zone enough where the hitters are comfortable going up there and swinging the bat. And, you know, a ton of trouble here in the second inning.
Now Cade McDonald, the Gators had a 5-run 8th inning last night. They loaded the bases and the pitch. Miami plays the infield halfway, all the way around.
You got to get outs here, Joe. If you're Evans, you got to minimize damage. You got to get outs and start knocking some of these off the board here.
Bowen at third, Sear at second, Strayer the trail runner at first. And the pitch. That's in there for a strike 1-1. McDonald was a pinch hitter last night and delivered 1 for 1. 1-1 offering. Outside 2-1. No place to put him.
You got to be really pleased if you're Coach Kevin O'Sullivan. An inning where, you know, lapse of attention, maybe not exactly super focused, and come right back and load the bases with the opportunity to score some runs.
Evans with a 2-1 offering. A swing and a miss, 2-2. McDonald might have swung at ball 3. Redshirt sophomore. Also a pitcher, last year made 20 relief appearances. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded in the pitch. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. That's a big strikeout for Evans. His 3rd of the ball game.
Huge strikeout here for Evans. Gets McDonald to swing over the top of that slider. Through back-to-back sliders, and McDonald unable to lay off. Huge strikeout. Well, the only thing you couldn't do there in that situation for the Florida Gators was strike out, and a huge first out there for Rob Evans.
Here comes Sam Miller, a chance to atone for his miscue in the last inning. Miller lines it into right field for a base hit. Bowen will score. Here comes Sear. He's going to be held at third. The throw is offline. 3-1, an RBI single for Miller. He picks on the first one he sees and lines it into right field.
There's that aggressiveness again from the Florida Gators. Sam Miller gets a fastball. He's something he can handle. Hits a line shot out to right field, and the Gators are back in business, going station to station here.
And that's the number 8 hitter delivering. Now Cole Myers, the number 9 hitter, as Laz Gutierrez will come to the mound.
Good visit here from Coach Gutierrez. We mentioned this is Evans' second start of the season, first time pitching as a starter in this rivalry. A lot of adrenaline, came out firing in that first inning, runs into a ton of trouble here in the second, and a lot of work to do. You got the bases still loaded, 1 out. Got to get the ground ball hit hard somewhere and turn 2.
Evans is a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah.
So you're right. I think Laz has got to remind him, 1 ground ball, you can get out of this inning. This is the number 9 hitter.
Absolutely. One thing you can't do, though, is get in hitters' counts against these Gators. I mentioned the aggressiveness. They're aggressive early in the count, you're gonna put him in hitters count situations. You got to imagine that aggressive is going to get turned up another notch. So Evans got to get ahead and do some weak contact here and try and get a double play ball.
Gators as a team hitting .349 coming in to tonight's game. Redshirt freshman Myers digs in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Good first pitch changeup there from Evans. The aggressiveness of the Gators again. That first pitch swinging and fools them with a good changeup.
Tying run is at second base for Florida. Evans misses low and away. Sear at third, Strayer at second. Miller the base runner at first. That's in there for a strike, now 1-2.
Really good pitch there from Evans. Going with that fastball in. You see if he throws something right off that fastball in the inside corner and throws a slider over the top foot of the Gator hitter here, Colt Myers.
Myers took the collar last night, 0 for 4. That one inside around the belt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. No place to put him. Florida with the bases loaded, Miami a 3-1 lead on a home run. Derek Williams a home run to left field. A swing and a miss, struck him out. Down goes Myers. And that's the strikeout, the fourth strikeout of the ballgame.
Good sequencing there from Rob Evans. Fastball in, previous pitch goes to a changeup on the outer half of the plate. Gets Colt Myers to swing over the top. And again, 2 big strikeouts, but the job's not done as the lineup turns back over. Top of the lineup.
Got a real problem now. Here's Kyle Jones. He's hitting .442 coming in. That's in there right around the hands for a strike. Jones, a native of Athens, Georgia. Swing and a miss. He was off balance on that one. I think Evans pulled him, 0-2. Now he's got him set up.
Now you can do whatever you want here for Rob Evans. That was a good changeup. You go fastball in on the hands, and then you can expand again with that changeup off the plate. You got to start setting these Gator hitters up.
0-2. Bases loaded for the Gators in the pitch. Lined into left center field for a base hit. 1 run in, 2 runs in. Game is tied. Ball juggled in the outfield. And to second base goes Jones. His first hit of the series. He drives in 2, and Florida's tied the ball game.
If we see a replay here, we're going to see Evans miss his spot. Alex Sosa asking for that ball out over the plate, outer third, and Evans misses in on the inner third, and Jones does a great job keeping his hands in and driving that ball into the left center field gap.
That's a 2-strike pitch and a 2-strike mistake. 3 runs in for the Gators, and now the red-hot Brendan Lawson digs in. Miller at third, Jones at second. This one off the glove of Sosa, the Gators have the lead. Miller will score from third, and just like that, Florida has taken the lead.
Life comes at you fast, right? We said at the the bottom half of the first, and just like that, the Gators with the lead, and we're going to see a replay here, just a slider that gets away from Evans, and Sosa unable to handle it, and Myers scores easily from third.
The Gators put up a 5 spot last night in the 8th inning. A crooked number up there here in the second. That one leaps in there for a strike, 1-1.
2 teachable points here for Rob Evans. If Coach Arteaga and Coach Gutierrez, I'm sure they're going to stress, is the shutdown inning and mistake pitches with 2 strikes. You just can't have those to beat as good of a team as the Gators are.
Lawson waits on the 1-1 with 2 out. Surowick would be next. That's outside, 2 balls and a strike.
Evans got to be careful here. That's such a dangerous hitter that Lawson is. He's really worked hard this inning, thrown a lot of pitches, and you're still not out of it. This is the most dangerous guy in this Gator lineup.
2-1, foul down the left field line. Lawson from Toronto. He didn't play hockey. He's a baseball player. Freshman All-American a year ago. 2-2. High fly ball, right field. Williams backing up, racing back is Torres on the warning track, and Torres is there. But the Gators have the lead. They get 4 runs on 5 hits. They leave 2. Midway in the second, Florida 4 and Miami 3. 17. On the sidelines for the first couple of games. Had a little bit of a leave of absence during the fall, but over 19 years for the Gators. He's won a lot of ball games.
Ton of success.
Ton of success. He's had Miami's number, that's for sure. Taking the Gators to Omaha, and it's not easy to get to Omaha anymore.
It's not easy, Joe. It's not easy. He's done a great job with the program, and you see just some of the talent on this roster. And it seems every single year is such a talented roster in Gainesville.
Always one pitcher after another.
Saw that last night. You're seeing it here today. I mean, obviously that first inning with King one mistake pitch, but tremendous stuff.
Ken Copeland digging in. The other thing about Kevin O'Sullivan being there for 19 years, it's hard to find that anymore in college athletics.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Ton of stability.
Salute to the Gators on that.
Yeah.
1-1, lifted foul down the left field line.
I don't know if you had 7 runs on your bingo card through the first inning and a half, Joe, but a lot of swings, a lot of comfortable at-bats here for both sides.
Copeland 333 starting tonight. Home run, 10 RBIs. Off the fist foul, he stays alive. Copeland from Palm Beach, Jensen Beach. 2-2. 3-2. Jensen Beach is nice. Ever been up there?
I have, Joe. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah.
A lot of guys. I mean, it's a baseball hotbed, seems like.
I think it'd be great for surfers. 3-2. This one skied left field. Seared to his left. Underneath it, it makes a one-handed grab for the first out of the second inning.
It's a humid night here tonight. We had some rain early in the pushed us back 15 or so minutes, so don't think the ball's going to carry as much as it did last night.
Here comes Dubovic from American Heritage High School. I don't think they ever lose a baseball game. That's in there for a strike. Dubovic 1 for 4 last night. If you look at his stats, you might take a double take. He's hitting .652.
I think 10 for 11 last weekend against Lafayette. It was not a typo.
Those are like Pat Burrell numbers.
As a freshman, too, I mean, he looks the part. He's a big kid. Doesn't get cheated at the plate. I was sitting behind the plate yesterday. He was swinging hard. I mean, he was trying to do some damage.
13 hits and 20 at-bats. 2-1. That's in there for a strike, 2-2. King got roughed up in the first inning trying to get through the second. 2-2. Off the fist foul. Two and two. Ball 2, strike 2 to Dylan Dubovic. chops that one foul down the third base line. He got on top of that one.
Yeah, he's in swing mode right now. He's widening out that stance. You're going to see he's almost the entire batter's box, really wide, playing good defense here, trying to put the ball in play and not strike out.
The battle continues between King and Dubovic. Offers up another one, a 2-2. That one hit him. So Dubovic ends up winning the matchup. He gets hit. Miami has a one-out base runner in the tying run.
Let's see a fastball here from King. Missed the pad. You know, it's why you got the pad there, but it got him pretty good there. And you say win the battle there, Joe. Who really won the battle?
Right. Dubovic's going to have to walk that one off.
Got a lot of elbow.
Yeah.
Those are no fun. But as a pitcher, Joe, sometimes that isn't the worst thing in the world, right? King gets beat with a home run. You want to establish the inner part of the plate. You're the only pitcher on the staff. As a starting pitcher, you're the only one that really has the freedom to move in and out. Usually when the relievers come in, you don't want to get beat inside with your fastball. So as a starting pitcher, it's your responsibility to open up that inner half of the plate. So pitching inside and hitting somebody is not exactly the worst thing. You don't want to do it in this situation, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
That's no joke to get hit like that at 93 miles an hour.
No.
Kane's a 3 spot in the first. Gators came back with 4 in the second. Now Watkins. First one inside to Watkins. One ball, one strike. Watkins last night, a hitless 0 for 3 night. That one is in the dirt on the pick-off attempt.
Talk about pickoffs and the upside of pickoffs. And, of course, last night, Dubovic gets picked off by Liam Peterson. But your coach Hosella is maybe an easier throw at the chest there from King. See, in the big leagues, he'd run out of his allotment already, Joe. He'd be done. No more pickoffs.
Right. And I'm all for that.
Me too. We need to adopt that rule.
There are way too many pickoff attempts in college baseball. 1-1 pitch. In fact, I often wonder why there are so many.
Yeah. No, I think, again, I didn't have the quickest feet, so maybe I'm not one to speak. I could never really pick somebody off as a right-handed pitcher. I had to be more crafty and creative with not letting guys steal second base off me, but 3 in a row, I don't know.
2 balls, 2 strikes. And then the ones that never make sense to me are the pickoff attempts at second base.
Those are tough.
They never work. Rarely do they ever work.
A lot of downside, too, because you're giving it a free base, get them to third base.
And normally the ball ends up in center field. 2-2. Watkins goes down swinging, chase the high pitch.
Good fastball right there from Aiden King, climbing the ladder on Jalen Watkins. Overpowers him with that fastball.
I don't know for sure, but I bet you the percentages are that after pickoff attempts, the next pitch is a ball.
Yeah. You can only focus on one thing as a starting pitcher. It's tough. It's tough to split your attention. Right on cue. Let's see if your theory here, Joe. Let's see if it's a ball one to Ogden.
Dubovic 2 for 2 in stolen bases this season. Well, Ogden helped him out.
It would have been.
a ball. Now 0-2 to Ogden. Rounded out the third in the first inning. So far 1 for 4 in this series. Runner going, throw down the second is going to be in plenty of time. Duvovic is out at second base. Bowen throws him out. That was an easy throw by Bowen. Hurricanes are gone in the second, no runs. Nobody left on, 2 complete at the light, 4-3 Gators. Super Regional for the first time since 2016. All-time program leader in starts and wins as a starting pitcher. About as even keel as anybody you'll ever meet, and you would know that as well as anybody.
His heartbeat hasn't spiked in a rivalry game like this, and he's done a tremendous job. Last year, 1 game away from Omaha, right? Of playing in a
maybe
game.
1 play.
Yeah, 1 play, one at bat away from taking that team last year to Omaha. So he's done a really nice job here.
Here comes Surowick. He struck out in the first inning. Gators went down 1-2-3 in the first. But in the second, scored 4 runs on 5 hits. Kind of a disaster of an inning for Miami. There was an error by Torres and a wild pitch. And Florida has a 4-3 lead. Heavy hitters coming up for Florida, 3, 4, and 5. One ball, 2 strikes. Surowick takes a big deep breath after that big swing and a miss. 2 for 3 last night. Evans misses outside, 2-2.
Evans needs a quick inning here. Second inning was really taxing. Over 25 pitches in the inning. Needs a quick one to get back in that dugout.
Two, strike 3, went around and tagged out at home plate. Surowick strikes out for the second time tonight.
That slider to right-handed hitter has been Rob Evans' best pitch of the evening. Able to bury it in on that back foot. Gets Surowick to swing right over the top. It's such a tough pitch for right-handed hitters to lay off. You just can't really see it coming from Evans. He's done a good job with that pitch here tonight.
Evans has fanned 5 Gators so far. Pitch number 48 coming up for Evans. Now one's in there for a strike of the breaking ball. Carson Bowen had a base hit to right field to start off the Gators' second inning. Gave the Gators a base runner and then they capitalized. 0-1 pitch. Lunges at that one and lines it foul, 0-2.
Last inning, Evans made a mistake with that fastball to Kyle Jones, leaving it out over the plate. We'll see if he goes, again, back with that back foot slider to the right-handers.
No balls, 2 strikes. Bowen waits. Swing and a miss, struck him out, down and in.
There's that slider again, yeah. That's been his best pitch. That's been his out pitch to the right-handers. He throws that slider right on the back foot, unable to lay off. You get into these pitchers' counts. You got to do what makes you comfortable, right? That's obviously Rob Evans' best pitch. I think if he could have that pitch back to Kyle Jones from last inning, that 0-2 fastball, and interchange it with that slider, he'd probably do it in a heartbeat.
Here comes Sear. Had a base hit to left field. Picks on the first one he sees and fouls it away. Sear singled to left and scored. 1 for 4 so far in the series. Former Miami Hurricane. Hurricanes have 3 infielders on the left side. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Got to imagine Sear's got some mixed emotions coming back. His first time back in Coral Gables. really good freshman and sophomore seasons here and transfers to Gainesville, and gotta wonder what's going on in his head right now.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
There's that slider again, Joe. I'm telling you, that is Evans' out pitch right now. He's got to continue to throw that. That one a little bit more elevated. If he buries this one over the back foot again of Blake Sear, I think he's going to swing right over the top.
1-2 on Sear, 2 outs and nobody on. A swing and a miss, struck him out. He strikes out the side in the 3rd inning, does Evans. Gators go quietly in a 1-2-3 third. Midway in the 3rd, it's Florida 4 and Miami 3. Canes and Gators, always a great baseball rivalry, although it's been one-sided for about the last decade.
It has, and it's tremendous energy. Whether in Gainesville or in Coral Gables, it's just an awesome series. A lot of guys know each other on both teams, and they're playing with a lot of guys, both in high school and in summer ball, and just really cool.
2, 3, and 4. Weather Ogden at the plate. He was at the plate when Dubovic was caught stealing. He grounds out to start off the 3rd inning. He's dialed up Miller twice. 1 out, nobody on for Torres. Torres a base hit his first time up. 2 hits in the series now. Kings first offering. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1.
Outside of the one mistake to Derek Williams, King's been really impressive. Fastballs to both sides of the plate, getting ahead of these Hurricane hitters. Exactly what you want to see if you're Kevin O'Sullivan.
A ball and a strike on Torres. Awaiting his turn in the on-deck circle is Daniel Cuvée. The 1-1 pitch. A fastball. Torres fouls it away. 1-2, 91 miles an hour. Canes got 3 in the first. Gators got 4 in the second. 2-2 on Torres. Two-two pitch. Down and in, full count on Torres with the big bat Cuvée in the on-deck circle.
This is exactly what we want to see out of Michael Torres in the 2 spot in the Hurricane lineup. See a lot of pitches, make these guys work, use your speed, hit the ball on the ground.
Torres stays alive, fouls that one past the bleachers down the left field line. Another great crowd here at the lights. They had one of the best nights ever at the concession stands last night in 41 years.
Most milkshakes ever. Unbelievable.
3-2 pitch. Torres back onto the screen of the foul ball. 3-2.
I tried twice to get into line, and I realized pretty quickly that
you have no chance.
That was no chance. No chance.
Payoff pitch. Torres. Fly ball down the left field line. Sear, a long run. He'll run out of room. That's about where the milkshake line is.
Got mine today, though, Joe.
You did?
I did get mine today.
A grasshopper?
A grasshopper. I hadn't had one. I love mint chocolate, so I figured I might as well try it. I didn't get the Joe Z, though. Missed opportunity.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to make sure the Joe Z goes up the charts.
A lot more selection than they used to now.
3-2 pitch. Torres takes it high for ball 4. There's a base runner on. Miami's got a base runner for Cuvée.
Really good at bat there from Michael Torres. Goes from a 1-2 count, fights off some tough pitches from Aiden King and works a walk. And this is the kind of situation you want to be in when, for the Miami Hurricanes, get Daniel Cuvée up with traffic on the bases, a speedster like Torres. You hit a gap, you have to imagine Torres can score from first base. So we'll see if Cuvée can snap out of the little mini slump that the Gators have put him in.
Cuvée hitless in the series, 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts. Now the pitch. He doesn't wait around. He swings at the first one he sees and fouls it away.
We're so used to pitching staff's attacking Daniel Cuvée with off-speed stuff down. The Gators have done the opposite here. They've attacked him with a ton of fastballs, elevated, kind of dared him to catch up to it.
48 career home runs for Daniel Cuvée. Hit 18 home runs last season. A 372 average. Takes that one inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cuvée pulls it foul on the ground toward the Gator dugout.
There's a good off-speed pitch right there from King. Had challenged Cuvée with fastballs up until that point in the at-bat. Gets him to roll over weakly and foul one off. We'll see if he elevates that fastball here again. Try and get Cuvée to chase.
1-2 on Cuvée with a base runner aboard. Stays alive. Fouls it again off the screen. Ooh, that was close. I thought Cuvée was going to walk away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You might want to swing on this one if it's anywhere close.
Derek Malika, I thought he was going to punch him out.
Me too. Torres gets in past the tag. Another throw to first base. Whoa! Up and in. Did that get a piece of him? I think it did. I think he hit him. That was more than chin music. More than a close shave. He really buzzed him on that one. That was close to being damaging.
Let's see where it got him here. I think it got him off the.
Oh,
wow.
It looked like it hit him in the face.
Looks like the brim of the helmet. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow, that is scary.
Holy smokes. First and second. Here comes Kevin O'Sullivan to the mound.
He's coming out with the trainer, too. Medical attention for Aiden King.
Gators bullpen is quiet. Somebody's starting to limber up a little bit. I don't think anybody's throwing. Boy, that was close. A close call for Cuvée.
Don't want to speculate here what's going on with King, but it's the first real pitch that really got away from him. The hit by pitch to Dubovic was at the elbow. That one was up at Cuvé's eyeballs, and Kevin O'Sullivan came out of that dugout really quickly. I'm not sure if they saw something or the catcher said something, or maybe King had some body language that indicated he had something happened with his arm, but looks a little dejected at the moment.
There's the bullpen. There are a lot of people doing some arm motions and swimming, and looks like they, I don't know, got some poles out there that are waving. And
tell you what, having been in a lot of bullpens in my life, there's nothing that gets you sprung up quicker than your head coach and trainer running out there, have no idea who's getting the call next.
Got a right-hander slowly warming up. This has been an awfully long time. And at some point, you got to make a decision here, and the umpire's out there. Derek Malika, I thought maybe they were looking at his finger on a blister. But at some point, we got to get going here. You're either in or you're out. They're going to leave him in.
Oh, is he coming out?
If he comes out, whoever comes in, now he's coming out.
I don't think I've seen that before. Kevin O'Sullivan beat him to the dugout.
Well, yeah. Kevin O'Sullivan know he's coming out.
Well, you feel for King. You know, he was pitching so well. Again, the mistake to Williams. And again, we're not sure what Kevin O'Sullivan and the training staff of the Florida Gators saw, but definitely thinking about him and hope for a speedy recovery.
Well, at this level, you have to be careful.
Especially a prospect of his caliber. Yep. Great freshman seasons early on in the sophomore campaign, early on in the season. You don't want to push him if he's feeling something. He felt a twinge, anything arm-wise, shoulder, elbow this early in the season. You got to be so careful.
So 2/3 of an inning so far, 3 hits, hit 2 batters. He's responsible for both base runners, and when the Gators decide who's going to come out of the bullpen, we'll let you know. We'll take a timeout for a pitching change. 2 on, 1 out for Miami, 4-3 Gators. The Gators now lead the series 137 to 136. In all the games they played, it's a 1-game difference with 1 tie. I think I did that tie game.
I was going to say, when did that happen?
Miami leads 83-53 in Coral Gables. Florida's won 10 of the last 11 series. If you're on the Miami side, that's painful to see. Now, before that, Miami dominated Florida. In fact, Miami dominated Florida so much, it's taken Florida 10 years to catch up to 137, 136. Yeah, but they have, and they have a wonderful program.
Yeah, no, they really do. Kevin O'Sullivan, we talked a little bit a couple innings ago, 19 years, and the success he's had in that program. The big leaguers he's put out. I think he's in Omaha every year, so tremendous, tremendous program.
All right, the Gators have decided it's going to be Ricky Reith, a senior out of the bullpen.
Had to imagine Ricky was not ready to come into this ball game about 15 minutes ago, and Kevin O'Sullivan, the training staff, come out, and the beauty of being a bullpen arm, 15 minutes later, you're first and second for the 4th batter for the Miami Hurricanes, and a huge spot here for the Gators.
So the reset is Florida 4, Miami 3. Hurricanes 3 runs on a home run by Derek Williams. Gators came back with 5 hits in the second inning and scored 4 runs. The go-ahead run on a wild pitch. Now Miami with 2 on, 1 out, and Alex Sosa looking for his first hit in the Gator Hurricane series. He's 0 for 4. He reached in the first inning on an error. Last night was a 2-2 ball game going into the 8th inning, and the Gators put up a 5 spot.
If you're a head coach and Kevin O'Sullivan, you got a formula, at least you think, game plan of how you think the game is going to go, and that just completely turns on its head, right? Your starter goes 2 1/3 innings. You got to cover a whole lot of innings with your bullpen. You got to imagine you're going to try and piece this together, keep the Hurricanes at bay. But it throws a wrench into the weekend, right? Because all of a sudden, you didn't anticipate having to use your bullpen this early in a game, and it's going to certainly test the depth of that Gator bullpen. We saw yesterday some of the power arms with Barberi, but today he's going to have to piece it together for the better part of 6 innings here, Joe.
Reith, 6'4", 205 pounds, from Windermere, Florida. Last year from Notre Dame, pitched at Notre Dame. I thought his name was familiar. Pitched 3 years for the Fighting Irish, was 7-6 for Notre Dame, and 47 appearances. All but 1 came out of the bullpen. Sosa taps it foul back toward the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Last season, Reith 43 strikeouts, 12 walks, and a 4-2 record. And here's a first and second situation with 1 man down. Tying run at second base for Miami, that's Torres. Sosa takes a long look at ball two. 2 balls and a strike.
Danger zone here for Reith. 4th batter. Got to come with something over the plate. You don't want this to get to 3-1.
Sosa should say fouls it away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's low for ball 3. 3-2 with Williams waiting his turn in the on-deck circle. Torres the lead at second, Cuvée at first. 3-2 for Sosa. Pulls it foul past the Miami dugout.
Small sample size, but every time Reith has needed a strike, he's gone to that changeup. 3-2 changeup there gets Sosa to foul it down the first base line. We'll see if he goes back to it. He did have a good fastball, 94 on the radar gun, so yeah, big disparity between the changeup and the fastball.
Sosa stays alive, fouls it away. Full count, 3-2. Sosa digs in. Reith looks in and deals. Ground ball towards second. Only one play. Sosa pulls it on the ground. Myers throws out Sosa at first. The runners move up. Myers was almost playing like a short field in right field.
If he was playing his normal depth, that's probably a double play ball.
Last time up, Derek Williams did this. A home run to left field. Tying run at third base and Torres. Go ahead run at second base. Williams with a 3-run homer. And the pitch. Takes it in there for a strike. 0-1.
Surprised to see Reith working out of the windup here.
Yep.
Cuvée can really extend his lead there at second base.
Ricky Reith kicks and deals. And Williams takes it low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Outside, 2-1. Williams looks at strike 2. Now the count level at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 4-3 Gators. Runners are at second and third for Miami. Williams pops it up foul. Now Kurt Bowen will have a word with his pitcher. Carson Bowen, I should say. Second baseman jogs in. Colton Myers.
There's no signs anymore, Joe, right? So everyone's got the ear comm piece and the pitch comm, they call it. So not sure what we're going out to discuss.
Everybody's on the same page now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men on, 2 men out. 4-3 Florida. We're only in the third. Williams sends a fly ball to right center field. Strayer to his right. He's underneath it and makes the play. So Reith comes on in and out of the fire and keeps the Canes off the board. We played 3 at the light. It's Florida 4 and Miami 3. We got the milkshake race. I don't think this one's going to be close unless somebody falls down.
That's how I'd be moving too if I had a milkshake.
Got the Wizard out in front. Oh. They all go down. Winner, winner, milkshake dinner. The Wizard was the Wizard on the outside who took the lead down the stretch. The Wizard always has to win, right?
Yeah, right.
He's the Wizard.
Yeah, right. He built this whole thing.
Right. 6, 7, and 8. Strayer, McDonald, and Miller. Strayer had a base hit to left field his first time up. Off the end of the bat. First one low for a ball from Evans. 4-3 Gators. Hurricanes with 3 players on the right side of the infield. Second baseman Watkins is playing this like the short fielder in softball.
You know, one thing with that long inning for the Gators is Rob Evans' second start of the season probably hasn't been sitting down as long as he just did. Wonder if he went down to the bullpen and warmed up a little bit. Maybe got on the exercise bike. Just want to keep your legs and blood flowing a little bit. That was a much longer inning than he was probably ready for.
One and two, lefty against lefty. Strayer nothing for 2 last night. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Just getting started in the 4th inning. Two-two pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that, Evans is now fanned 8th. Strayer becomes the 8th strikeout victim of the night.
Good fastball right there from Rob Evans on the inner third. His 4th strikeout in a row. So he's found something, either mechanically, something in the Gators. I think he's just throwing a much better fastball slider combination. He's finally found his groove here and in a really good rhythm for the Hurricanes.
1 out, nobody on for McDonald. He struck out his last time up. First offering in there for a strike. Derek Malika behind home plate. Throws up the right arm. One ball, 1 strike. That one fouled back. 1 and 2.
I keep mentioning it, but it's a great spot here for that back foot slider of the righty. It's been so effective with it all evening.
Two balls, 2 strikes on McDonald with Miller waiting behind him.
That was the pitch right there. Just trying to get too much out of it. Rob Evans has had a really good slider all night long. Doesn't have to make it bigger, doesn't have to make it move. Just try and bury it on the back foot of that right-handed hitter.
Two, a little bit low. That runs the count full, 3 and 2. Three-two, call strike 3. McDonald goes down looking. That becomes the 9th Gator to fan against Evans.
Great fastball right there, inner third from Rob Evans. 5th strikeout victim in a row. I mentioned the rhythm, the slider, the changeup. He's got everything working for him right now and mowing these Gators down.
Miller had a big hit, an RBI single to right field in the second inning. Part of that Gator 4-run inning. One, strike two call. Evans has struck out 5 in a row, make it 6 in a row, going back to the end of the second inning.
Missed that one. I had it on my scorecard.
6 straight he has fanned. And a 1-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's 7 in a row. Back-to-back innings. He strikes out the side. 10 for the ball game for Evans. What an inning. Miller goes down swinging. Evans has fanned 7 straight, 10 in the ball game. 3.5 complete at the lights. And this crowd looking for something to cheer about as Miami sends up 6, 7, and 8. West, Copeland, and Dubovic. West doesn't waste any time, swings and fouls. The first pitch he sees down the right field line. You know what this crowd is like in this ballpark when it gets behind you?
It's so fun. It's a great venue. Obviously, I'm extremely biased, but there's no place like the Light. And on a night like tonight, too, Joe, you got, they say 3,500. We know it's probably a little more than that. You look down the line.
Let me tell you something. If this was a Ron Frazier crowd, this would be 7,000.
Fire Marshal takes the night off.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. West, the big swing and a miss, 1-2.
Look, Rob Evans has done his part, right? He had the one inning where he gets into a ton of trouble, gives up 4 runs, but throwing up 2-0's gotten a lot of momentum back for the Canes. And
West with a fly ball to left center field. Sear backing up. So is the center fielder to the warning track, and Jones makes the play.
Not tonight, too, Joe. It's too humid. It's too humid out to left field. Look at that. The flag is not moving at all. It's going to be tough to elevate something and get it to carry here tonight.
Evening breeze not carrying the baseball, carrying the scent of popcorn, clean dirt, cut grass, and milkshakes, but not the baseball. Ground ball to second. Myers on the edge of the grass in the outfield, juggles it, and he will not have a play. Copeland beats it out. Should be an error on the second baseman again, playing deep into the outfield. Becomes a tough play.
Well, that's the thing with a shift, right? It's a bounding ball. He's got to come in and charge it. A little nonchalant there from Colt Myers. Takes his eye off the ball, and another error for this Gator infield. Uncharacteristic, right? It's something that, Kevin O'Sullivan prides himself on being a really good, fundamentally sound ball club, and we've seen a couple errors here in the infield.
So Miami with a tying run at first base. Dubovic fouls it off the plate and himself. Two Gator errors in the game. Miami has 1. Dubovic was hit by a pitch back in the second inning. Dubovic does not get cheated with his swings.
He's not shy, Joe. Freshman going up there and making sure he gets his hacks in. You love that, though. You love the aggressiveness, right? I think he's gotten the opportunity. He's played well his first couple series and likes what he sees from Reith.
One ball, 2 strikes. King, by the way, the book closed on him, 2 1/3. 2 hits, 3 runs, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, none of the runs earned.
He's going to keep that 0 ERA.
Yep.
Obviously, more important things on Aiden King's mind, and leaves the game with an injury, an apparent injury, and I'm sure something to monitor for all Gator fans.
Dubovic takes the next one from Reith, low and away. That levels the count at 2-2. Bottom of the 4th inning at the Light. Gators 4 runs on 5 hits. Hurricanes 3 runs on 2 hits. Dubovic takes it down low around the ankles. Full count, 3-2. with one out. Copeland the base runner at first.
He's going to get a head start here. I love how Dubovic gets so wide with 2 strikes.
Zerwick plays on the bag with Copeland. A swing and a miss struck him out.
Great slider there from Ricky Reith. Gets the aggressiveness of Dylan Dubovic to work in his favor. Expands the zone and gets him to swing right over the top of that pitch.
Here comes Watkins, the second baseman. He struck out in the second. By the way, big thanks to Hobby for fixing my iPhone in between innings.
We lost light in here, man. We're working against the elements too.
We have a little lighting issue here. Then the flashlight on my phone went out. Little tapper foul.
You've had a long day, Joe. You had a doubleheader.
Thought the man upstairs said, "Let there be light." We went into the darkness here.
We're having a good time. It's a great night.
1 ball, 1 strike. Watkins sharp ground ball to second. This time Myers gobbles it up and goes the short way. And the Canes are gone in the 4th. No runs. There was 1 Gator error. We played 4 at the light, and Florida has a 4-3 lead. 1-run lead. Evans has fanned 10, 7 in a row. He has sent away 7 straight with strikeouts. He'll face 9, 1, and 2 here in the 5th. Back-to-back innings, he has struck out the side. That's in there for a strike.
Rob's feeling really good right now with his entire arsenal, throwing everything for strikes, both sides of the plate. It's great when the umpire understands what you're trying to do, starts giving you a little bit more on both edges. Right as I say that, he doesn't get the outside corner. Come on, Derek.
One ball, 1 strike. Myers waits. One and 2. Struck out the side in the 3rd. Struck out the side in the 4th. I should say he struck out 6 in a row. I read my scorecard wrong.
So I was right, Joe. I had 6 in a row.
Yeah. 1-2 pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was because my flashlight wasn't working.
Yeah.
2-2. A swing and a miss. Now he struck out 7 in a row. A career high in strikeouts. He has fanned 11 Gators tonight.
That slider again from Rob Evans has been by far his best pitch of the evening. Able to use it to both sides of the plate. He backdoors that one. He'd been going over the back foot of all the right-handers. Works that one out over the plate. It's a tough pitch for righties to lay off. You almost kind of give up on it. It just works its way to the outside corner, not knowing if it's ever going to reach, and by the time you make up your mind, it's too late.
Ground ball, Cuvée behind the bag at 3rd in the backhand. And a good strong throw to get him. 2 away here in the 5th.
Really nice play here from Daniel Cuvée, showing his range. He was playing even with the bag at 3rd base. That chopper from Jones takes him over to 3rd base and makes a really strong throw across the diamond to West.
2 outs, nobody on. He's retired 9 in a row. Has struck out 7 in a row. Has fanned 11 in the game. Here's Lawson, he's 0 for 2. A tapper foul in front of home plate.
See if Lawson or some of these Gator hitters try and get Rob out of his rhythm. Maybe step out. I mean, now with the pitch clock, it's so difficult to do that. It's kind of one of the intricacies of the game that the pitch clock is taken out. But when a pitcher's in a rhythm like this, you got to do something to throw him off.
2 outs, nobody on, 1 ball, 1 strike. Gators scored all their runs in the second inning. 4 runs on 5 hits. There was a Miami error and a wild pitch. That's in there for a strike, waist high. 1-2.
Everything's available for Rob Evans here. Lawson, as dangerous as he is, he goes something inner half, get him off the plate, and then expand the zone with that good slider.
The 1-2 pitch. Pulls this one foul down the first base line. All right, we got Mitch's here. We got. He heard us say the milkshake line was out down the left field line. So he just brought him up here.
Special delivery.
Is that a Joe Z?
Wow.
First one of the year.
There you go.
What
more could we ask for?
I'll weigh 800 pounds at the end of the season. You had a good night last night, huh, Mitch? Having a good night tonight? Okay. Selling milkshakes by the thousands. 1-2. Need extra help down there? All hands on deck.
How many milkshakes last night? Wow.
650 milkshakes last night?
Wow.
Holy mackerel.
Holy cow.
It's almost like one for everybody in the ballpark. Tapper, West at first, tricky play, underhand toss, and another 1-2-3 frame as the Gators go quietly in the 5th inning. Halfway home, I'm going to drink a milkshake. Hurricanes trailing Florida 4-3. Aiden King left in the 3rd with an injury. With 2 1/3, 2 hits, 3 runs, struck out 3, walked 1, hit 2 batters.
Reith has done a tremendous job for the Gators, kind of stabilizing this game, right? With Aiden King going out with an injury, Reith has done a tremendous job coming in here, providing really solid outs for Kevin O'Sullivan and lengthening this game.
Top of the order for Miami. Ogden is 0 for 2. Grounded out the 3rd, both trips to the plate. Ground ball to short. On the charge, Larson throws in time to get Ogden. He's now 0 for 3.
That's a huge first out for Reith. Good play from Lawson right there. Slow hit ground ball, charges it, makes a strong throw to first base to get the speedy and dangerous Ogden.
4 runs, 5 hits on 2 errors for the Gators. 3 runs, 2 hits for Miami. Canes have stranded 3. There's a drive down the left field line. Could be trouble by Torres. It's in there and it's up against the wall. Cyril playing in the corner. Torres into second base with a 1-out double, and Miami has the tying run in scoring position. Second double of the season for Torres.
Torres gets a fastball he can handle out over the plate and doesn't try and do too much with it, Joe. Just hits it into left field, and he's speedy enough to cruise into second base for a double.
And that brings up Cuvée in a big spot. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch. It was more than chin music.
There's another opportunity with the middle of the lineup and runners in scoring position for the Hurricanes. They haven't been able to capitalize all series long. It's a huge moment for the Canes.
4-3 Gators, Reith deals. Cuvée takes it low for a ball. Sosa waits his turn in the on-deck circle. And the 1-0 pitch. Off the fist, foul. Big spot for Cuvée. Off to a great start with 6 home runs. Torres the tying run at second. That one gets away from the catcher. Bowling it over to third goes Torres. Now the tying run is 90 feet away.
Well, now if you're Daniel Cuvée, the motive changes, right? You got to get something you can elevate, hit to the outfield, and drive this run in from third base. It appears like the Gators are going to bring the infield in, try and cut the run down at home plate. So really important for Cuvée to get a pitch he can elevate and drive to the outfield.
He'll be looking at a 2-1 pitch.
I like this offensive timeout here from Chris Dominguez. Reith done a really good job over the last inning and 2/3. Calls his big slugger over, calms him down, remind him that doesn't need a huge swing here. Cut it down, drive something to the outfield. Good situational hitting here from Cuvée is necessary.
Two balls and a strike on Cuvée. Takes that one inside, 3-1. Now with an open base. Does Reith go after him, or is this a intentional walk?
I think the latter, Joe. Can't imagine.
3-1, Cuvée swings and fouls it away.
That's why I'm up here. That's why Kevin O'Sullivan's in that dugout, right? Trusting his senior right-hander to go after him with a good fastball, and Cuvée unable to catch up to it.
Well, the Gators have the infield in. There's one of the best hitters in college baseball in the 3-2 pitch. High fly ball, short center field. Jones coming in. He'll make the catch. Torres tags at third. Here he comes. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close. He's safe. He is safe at home plate. Head first slide under the tag. And we're tied at the light. 4-4.
Can't teach speed and cannot teach speed. And that ball was not hit very far at all. That is right outside of, look at where he catches. Look where Kyle Jones catches. This is a great throw, by the way. This is a fantastic throw from Kyle Jones. In the air, and Torres with a tremendous slide at home. Wow.
Bang, bang play. We're tied at 4.
Wow. Michael Torres does so much for this Hurricane ball club. Plays a tremendous center field. You talk to anyone in that Hurricane dugout, they'll say he's one of the best center fielders they've ever seen, and plays like that.
Here's Sosa with a base hit to left field. He goes the opposite way. A 2-out single for Sosa. That brings Derek Williams to the plate.
I love the aggressiveness, too, from Chris Dominguez there, knowing exactly who he has at third base and Michael Torres. That's such a tough call for a third base coach, right? I mean, again, he catches that ball probably 130 feet away from home plate, 140 feet away from home plate. Tremendous job, Chris Dominguez.
Williams takes that one outside for a ball. He has a 3-run homer tonight. By the way, earlier they had given Torres an error in when the Gators scored their 4 runs, but now they took that off the board.
Well, I guess no one really advanced. It was going to be a double, and no harm, no foul.
2 balls, no strikes. Williams with a line drive base hit to center field. Sosa will stop at second base.
Fastball there from Reith, and Williams doesn't try and do too much. Takes that fastball right where it's pitched, smokes it up the middle. This is the second time the Hurricanes, the second time through the lineup against Reith, right? So we've seen a little bit of louder contact. We saw Torres with a double, Sosa with a base hit, and that's going to bring out Mr. O'Sullivan.
Kevin O'Sullivan will march out toward the mound. A go-ahead run for Miami is at second base. Now the hits are even, 5 apiece in a 4-4 ball game. I don't see anybody warming up.
I don't either, Joe. I don't know. This just seems like strategic conversation here with Kevin O'Sullivan and his senior right-hander. He's going to keep him in there. Vote of confidence.
A run on 3 hits for Miami. Cuvée with a sacrifice fly to short center field.
Ballpark has come alive, though, Joe.
Yep.
This is a big situation here for the Hurricanes and the Gators both. You know, I always talk about the last 3 outs being the hardest to get. This situation presented itself. This might be the moment of the ball game right here.
West digs in, nothing for 2 today. First one, and Reith is inside, 1 ball, no strikes. West struck out in the first. The first out of the 4th inning, flied out the center. West looks at that one in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on, 2 out. Copeland would be next. He waits in the on-deck circle. West takes the next one in there for strike 2.
Good slider right there from Reith. Gets West guessing right there to flip the count in his favor to 1-2.
Reith, the transfer from Notre Dame, works off the stretch as West waits for the 1-2. Way outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
That's a really good play there from Carson Bowen. That ball gets by him. It puts 2 more runners in scoring position. Everyone moves up a base. Ball's in the other batter's box. Really nice job back there.
2 on, 2 out. Ball 2, strike 2. A swing and a miss struck him out. Down goes West, and the Canes are gone in the 5th. But the Canes get a run to tie this thing up. 1 run on 3 as we got a good one at the light. This is how good it is. This game is this close. We're tied at 4 through 5 innings at the light. He's had 1 bad inning, but since the 2nd, he's shut down the Gators.
No, he's had his really good stuff working tonight, Joe. He started first couple innings, those strikeouts were on the fastball. Last couple innings, it's been that really, really good slider. He's keeping these Gator hitters off balance. Tremendous night for Rob as he extends here into the 6th inning.
Gators have the middle of the order coming up. Surowick tonight, he's nothing for 2. He has struck out twice. Evans has fanned 11.
Last time Rob got, Joe, last time he got some run support, was unable to have a shutdown inning. Again, he gets a run and ties the game up, knots everything up, and he's got to have a shutdown inning here for Coach Arteaga. So important.
One ball, 1 strike. A little bit low. This with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
I can't give commentary on those. I think everything's a strike for both sides.
Evans 81 pitches through 5 innings. Fly ball, right field toward the line. Long run in foul territory. And not able to make the play as Williams, he overran it.
That's a tough one there. Williams was playing shaded over towards center field. Long run, hung up there, but he just overran. It was lucky for Williams that didn't land in fair territory. Very close there.
So we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On Surowick. 2 for 3 last night.
He's been a strikeout victim of Evans twice here, so see if Rob elevates a fastball, gets him to swing through it.
The 2-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He struck him out again. He has the hat trick. 12 strikeouts now for Evans. My goodness.
There's that really good slider from Rob Evans again. Gator hitters are just not, the right-handed hitters especially, are not seeing that slider well. Seen a ton of swing and miss through that pitch here this evening. Done a great job with it.
5 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 12 strikeouts, and has not walked anybody. Here comes Bowen. Bowen 1 for 2 tonight in the pitch. First ball swinging, fly ball right field. Williams backing up near the warning track. Underneath it makes a one-handed twirling grab.
It's been an adventurous inning out there for Derek Williams. Lucky for him, he squeezes this one and throws it back in. It's not the wind, Joe.
It's not the wind.
No.
Two outs, nobody on. Evans has sent away 12 Gators in a row. Here's Blake Sear. That one just missed for ball 1. He's retired 12 in a row, and of the 12, he has struck out 8. Gators offense has not been heard from since the second. Sear out in front of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Evans creeping towards 90 pitches here. Still has his good stuff, which is impressive given the pitch count at this point in the game.
1-1 pitch. Off the outside corner, 2-1. Miami 4, the Gators 4. It was tied 2-2 last night going into the 8th inning. That just missed inside, 3-1.
Evans has got to be careful here. Sear's got a ton of power, really aggressive at the plate. Any fastball near the zone, he's gonna get his hack in.
2 outs, nobody on. Sear waits on the 3-1. Grounded to Covey at third. Daniel comes up throwing, and it's another 1-2-3 frame for Evans. He sets him down in order and keeps him off the board. After 5.5 at the late, Miami 4 and Florida 4. The Gators, 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors by Miami. Miami 3 in the first on a 3-run home run by Williams. The Gators get 4 in the second inning to take the lead. Miami ties the game in the bottom half of the 5th inning on a short fly ball to center field on a bang-bang play at home, and that's where we are. So that's the situation. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Copeland has started off for Miami. And left-handed swinger chops it foul, 0-1. Copeland, Dubovic, and Watkins. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another sellout crowd here at the Light. That one is there for a strike, and it's 1-2.
He's done a really good job in this ball game, giving Kevin O'Sullivan length out of that Gator bullpen. You lose your starting pitcher to a freak injury, and he's done a tremendous job here covering some innings.
Two-two to Copeland, called strike 3. He's punched out to start off the 6th inning.
A really good backdoor slider here from Ricky Reith, and he knew it right away too. Loves that pitch and showing some emotion. Love that.
1 out, nobody on for Dubovic's been hit by a pitch and struck out. First one to Dubovic, outside for a ball. That's in there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
For a series that's so close between these two rivals, all these games are just smallest of margins.
Dubovic, a big swing and miss, 1-2. Gators are getting some action in the bullpen. A left-hander starting to throw. 2-2. Dubovic fouls it away. Hurricanes bullpen is quiet. At the moment, Evans at 92 pitches. Other than 1 bad inning, he's been sensational.
He's been absolutely sensational, Joe, and he's feeling good. I think he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on. And then you mentioned retiring Gators in order for the last 4 innings, so I have to imagine there's a lot of confidence that Coach Arteaga and Coach Gutierrez have in sending him back out there for the 7th inning.
2-2 and the pitch on the way. Tap foul around home plate. A swing and a miss. Down goes Dubovic. Now 0 for 2 tonight. 4 strikeouts for Ricky Reith.
Here's that good slider again from Ricky Reith. That's been his out pitch all night tonight. Gets Dubovic to swing right over the top. Second time he's gotten Dubovic to offer at that slider way off the plate. And I can't stress enough the importance of Ricky Reith covering these innings, getting the Gators into the later third of the ball game. You lose your starter, having somebody cover innings like this is so important, especially if you're trying to win a series of this magnitude.
They got a right-hander and a left-hander up and working in the bullpen. Watkins 0 for 2 tonight, nothing in 1. Tied at 4 here in the 6th. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Reith is pouring them in right now, ahead of all these Hurricane hitters.
1-2, a swing and a miss. Watkins goes down, and now Ricky Reith is banned 4 in a row. An easy inning for Reith. He puts Miami down in 1-2-3 fashion. We're going to the 7th inning. Canes and Gators are tied at 4. 4 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for the Gators. 4-5-0 for Miami. Gators, 12 of 15 outs have been from strikeouts. Evans has been sensational. The last Gator base runner, it's hard to believe, was in the 2nd inning.
He's been absolutely lights out, Joe. Tremendous performance here, and on the biggest of stages, right? We talked about his 2nd start of the year hadn't factored in this rivalry just yet, his 2nd year at the University of Miami, but Definitely making a name for himself here tonight in Coral Gables.
He sent away 13 in a row. He had a 1-2-3 first, a 1-2-3 third. In fact, every inning's been 1-2-3 except for the second, where he had all of his trouble.
All the trouble.
He had 2 innings, back-to-back innings where he struck out the side. Strayer 1 for 2 tonight in the pitch. That leaps in there. A level of count and 1 ball, 1 strike. Strayer now 1 for 4 in the series. Took the collar last night, 0 for 2. Two balls and a strike. Strayer seemed like he was bailing out on the last one. And the pitch. Fouls it away to the screen behind home plate. Ryan Bilka, a right-hander throwing for Miami in the bullpen. Ball 2, strike 2. Evans kicks and deals. Ground ball, West, that'll be a foul ball. Along the first base line.
Got to imagine Evans is going to go to that slider here. It's been his best pitch all night. He's got Strayer in swing mode. Bury that slider. Try and get him to swing over the top.
Ball 2, strike 2. Two and 2 remains. Just starting the 7th inning. Miami got 3 in the first. Gators got 4 in the second. Evans has shut them down since that time. Miami tied the game in the 5th. On a sacrifice fly by Cuvée to short center field. 2 and 2, and Evans brings it home. Hit him. And that takes care of the streak.
Evans tried to go in with a fastball there and got away from him. Tailed off arm side and catches Strayer in the thigh.
Had retired 13 in a row. And now McDonald. McDonald 0 for 2 tonight, a pair of strikeouts. Go ahead, run is aboard for the Gators with Strayer. Evans the look and the pitch. High and outside.
Given the situation here, I'm surprised we're not seeing McDonald square around a bunt. It's late, close game, tie game. Top of the 7th inning. Bottom of your lineup.
Now Las Gutierrez to the mound. 99 pitches for Evans on his ledger over 6 1/3 innings. Bilka throwing in the bullpen.
Not only is this an opportunity for Bilka to get ready, it's also an opportunity for Las Gutierrez to make sure everybody in the infield's on the same page if McDonald does square around to bunt, right? Make sure everyone's knows their responsibilities, who's covering first. You also want to understand, hey, is McDonald a good runner? What's the situation of the runner on first base? If there's a bad bunt, can we throw to second base and get it out? All these things are discussed in this short little meeting. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
McDonald, the number 7 hitter in the Gators order. Miller waits his turn in the on-deck circle. McDonald came on as a pinch hitter last night. Had a base hit. Evans from the belt. I was going to say, hasn't really pitched from the stretch that much, but he pitches from the stretch on like every pitch.
He's always in the stretch. Stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
2 balls, no strikes. McDonald lays off that one, and now Evans finding some trouble, 3-0. Still touching 90 miles an hour, but all of a sudden he's losing his location.
And that's the first thing that goes, Joe. When you start losing your legs a little bit, it's a little bit more effort to reach home plate and throw strikes. First thing that goes when you start getting tired is the command of that fastball.
3-0 to McDonald. That's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Evans got to bear down now. We're tied here in the 7th inning. Evans works from the belt. Lazy toss to first. The 3-1 pitch. Outside ball 4. Gators have 2-1 and nobody out. That will get Miller to the plate with 2 men on in front of him. Evans looks to the dugout. Here comes J.D. Arteaga on his way to the mound to make a change. Evans pitches into the 7th inning. A brilliant game and 1 bad inning. Gets Miami into the 7th inning. He'll lead with 2-1 in a tie ball game. He strikes out 12 in the game and retired 13 in a row. So Evans does the job, but Miami's in a tad of trouble. We'll take a timeout for a pitching change. It's the Gators 4 and Miami 4. He's drenched in sweat. He worked hard. 6 innings, 6+, 104 pitches, 12 strikeouts, the 1 walk was the last batter he faced. Here's Bilka from New York, 2 years at, a year at Wagner, 2 years at Wagner, and 1 year at Richmond. He comes in to a sticky situation. Last season, 6-2, 43 hits, 57 strikeouts, 13 walks. Tying run, or rather the go-ahead runs at second for the Gators. This is what happened last night in the 8th inning. How does Bilka prevent that from happening tonight?
Biggest spot of the season here, Joe, for the Hurricanes. We talked about it a little bit at the break. Gators threatened at the 8th inning last night. Here with a huge opportunity. There's on first and second, no outs. Have to imagine that Kevin O'Sullivan's going to put a bunt play on here, try and get both of his runners in scoring position.
Miller has an RBI single and a strikeout. He squares around the bunt. West charges from first. Here's the bunt in front of the plate.
Oh.
Wait a minute. He's out, I think. That was going to be a foul ball.
Wow.
I thought he hit him.
He did hit it twice.
Yeah, he hit it twice.
But he was in the batter's box. That's at least what Derek Malika's ruling right now. I wonder if we can see a replay of that. We're going to get a good look here. Hits off the plate.
He's in the batter's
Yeah,
box.
he's in the batter's box. Good call.
0-1 on Miller. Cuvée at the edge of the grass at third. West charging hard from first. Miller squares. Bilka brings it in there for strike 2. 0-2 on Miller. Behind him is Myers. 8-9. And then back to the top of the order in Jones. Canes are in the danger zone. Gators threatening. Trying to take the lead here in Coral Gables. 0-2 pitch. Chops this one foul past the on-deck circle.
Bilka on a pitcher's count here. You don't want to throw something in the dirt that can get away from Sosa. You got to be careful here. Want to make sure you can keep everything in front of him.
0-2 delivery on the way. Just missed inside, 1-2.
There's that split finger from Bilka. Good pitch, a ton of action on that pitch.
Strayer at third, or rather at second. McDonald at first. See if Bilka comes in with the hard stuff. 1-2 and up outside, 2-2.
Good job here from Miller laying off of those 2 tough pitches. Working the count back to 2-2. Waiting to see if he gets a fastball from Bilka.
That one above the letters, and now the count is full, 3-2. Hurricanes bullpen kind of betrayed them last night in the 8th inning. Now Bilka in a big spot, 2-1, nobody out. Full count of 3-2. He jumped in front, 0-2. Miller an RBI single in the second and a strikeout in the fourth. Crowd on the edge of their seat. 3-2 pitch. Inside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Ooh.
That's a tremendous at-bat from Sam Miller right there. Failed to get the bunt down 0-2, works a walk, and huge walk at that. See the importance of this game, Joe. Look at that reaction from Sam Miller.
Miller's fired up. Gators have the bases loaded. Haven't gotten the ball anywhere. A hit by batter, hit pitch, and 2 walks, and now a pinch hitter. Jacob Kendall digs in. Bases are loaded. The Canes have the infield in. All the way around on the edge of the grass. And the pitch. Outside for a ball.
Kendall had the big swing last night, Joe. Hit that A.J. Siskar offering off the parking deck. Comes up in a huge spot again for the freshman.
Bases full of Gators. 7th inning tied at 4. And that one's low, 2-0. That's 6 straight balls.
Bilka hasn't earned that pitch yet. He hasn't earned that part of the strike zone. A little erratic, been kind of all over the place. Derek Malaga held firm there.
Infield in all the way around. Popped him up third base side. Cuvée, does he have a play? He'll give a look. No play. It drifts into the bleachers. 2 balls and a strike. Full-blown jam now for Ryan Bilka with the bases loaded. And nobody out for the Gators. Kendall waits, holds the bat up high. That's in there for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes with the bases loaded.
There's that good split finger from Bilka. It's a check swing from Kendall. Right back in the count at 2-2.
Jacob Kendall digs in. Bilka looks in, 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 down in the 7th inning.
Huge pitch there from Bilka, going back-to-back split fingers, and that pitch is absolutely nasty. Falls right off the table, and Kendall swings right over the top of it.
Here comes Kyle Jones, 1 for 3 tonight. 1 for 7 in the series. Top of the order.
Canes send their middle infield back here, Joe. They're going to play for a double play in the middle, and Cuvée and West even with the bags.
Jones drove in 2. They gave him a double. Back in the second. Bilka starts him off with a strike, 0-1. From the stretch in the 0-1. A swing and a miss, strike 2. 0-2 on Jones. Strayer at third, McDonald at second, Miller the trail runner at first. The signature moment of the ball game right here. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded for the Gators in the 7th. A little bit low, 1-2.
Try to go to that split finger again. Jones doesn't offer.
A hit batter and 2 walks have the bases loaded for the Gators. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield back for Miami. Looking for a ground ball on the pitch. In the dirt and smothered by Sosa. We have a 2 ball, 2 strike count.
Great block there from Sosa. It's not going to show up in the box score, but the trust you got to have in your catcher to make that block in this situation with the bases loaded, this portion of the game, unbelievable.
Might be the biggest pitch of the night right here. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 down in the 7th inning. And here comes the dangerous Brendan Lawson.
Really good fastball right there from Bilka. A ton of life, ton of action. He lulled Jones to sleep with the sliders, split finger. 95-mile-an-hour fastball blows it right by him. This is the out of the series right now, Joe. Brendan Lawson against Ryan Bilka. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th inning. Wow.
Hurricane fans crossing their fingers and rubbing a rabbit's foot. Bases loaded. 2 down for Lawson. And the pitch. A swing and a miss. Nothing in 1.
Bilka found something. Bilka found something that's working for him. That split finger. He's throwing it for a strike. He's throwing it down in the dirt, getting guys to swing over the top. That's when you know your stuff is good, when guys are swinging and missing. Really good pitch there from Bilka.
0-1 pitch. Just missed a little bit low to Lawson. Lawson 3 for 3 last night. 0 for 3 tonight. Bases are loaded. 1 ball, 1 strike. Right-hander against left-hander. And the pitch. In there for strike 2. Bilka's 1 pitch away from wiggling out of this.
The top's going to come off this place, Joe, if Bilka gets a swing and miss here.
Hurricane fans are on their feet. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. And the pitch. A drive to center field. Back goes Torres. He's at the warning track and makes the catch. My goodness. Bilka gets out of it. He walks across the tightrope. He walked across the tightrope in a hurricane, but wait a minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on. They're calling the Hurricanes back, and I'm not sure why.
Oh my gosh, they called a balk.
I called a balk.
Oh my goodness gracious.
J.D. Arteaga.
Oh my gosh.
Holy moly. J.D. Arteaga is going to get his money's worth right now. He was out of the jam, and they... I'm not sure what I just saw here.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Who called the ball?
Looked like third base umpire. Travis Carlson.
Let's see.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me, Joe. You tell me.
I'm not sure what he saw, but the call of balk in that situation.
I'll tell you where those plays come from the dugouts, right?
Yeah.
That's Kevin O'Sullivan. That's the third base coach. That's someone telling Travis Carlson, hey, look at this.
If you look at Travis Carlson, his eyes are right on. He's right on. He's just looking for it. Yeah, and you're right. Gator dugout was all over it. They're baiting him into it. He's looking right at it, looking to call it.
Look, there's a lot of this is a difficult game, Joe. It's tough. You're a reliever in that situation. You've done such a good job. You're Ryan Bilka. You induce the third out of the inning, and you call a balk. Yeah, I don't know. I usually don't like to say that umpires can sway the game one way or another, but I hate that call. I hate that call for both sides. I don't want a series like this to be decided by a balk, right? It's just, I don't know. If we have to slow it down that much and watch it 3 or 4 times, I don't know. I'm gonna.
Here it is again. I'm not sure what Bilka did.
And you see the reaction of the Gator dugout. They all knew it right away because they were the ones yelling for it, right? They were the ones saying, hey, Travis, he's balking. Travis, he's not stopping. Travis, keep your eyes on it.
So we got a 1 ball, 2 strike count now. The Gators have scored the go-ahead run. Oh my goodness. 1-2. Now the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gators have the lead. Lawson's got a second life. Runners are at second and third. McDonald and Miller are the base runners. 2-2. Popped him up third base side, foul.
Oh boy. You just hate, again, these games are tough, man. This is a rivalry game. Let the guys in the field decide it. Don't be the headline. I know it's tough for these umpires, but
all of a sudden he calls
it
on the last pitch of the inning. He could have called, if it was that was the case, he could have called it at any other time. 2-2, missing inside. 3-2. Now Bilka's got to regain his composure.
The other part about this too is you never want to know the umpire's name, right? If you're a fan, and I'm sure everyone's looking up the box score here, trying to figure out what the name of the third base umpire is so they can heckle him a little more. So let the play on the field decide the outcome of these games.
3-2 pitch on the way. He walked him. Now the base is loaded again for the Gators. Miami thought they were out of the jam. Here comes Surowick, who can do a lot of damage with the bases loaded. Bilka's got to find a way to limit the damage now. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Foul ball into the screen. That was almost one of the great escape jobs of the year. Here comes the 0-1. Rounded foul down the third base line.
The other thing with a balk too is it's part of Bilka's motion, so he comes set. It's almost like several times he's bobbing that leg back and forth. Margano Rivera used to do something very similar. If you're doing the same thing every time, he's not deceiving anybody. It's not like he's, this is just the way he pitches. So I'm beating a dead horse now, and I'm venting or ranting, whatever it is, but I hate the call.
Nothing in 2. Bilka from the belt and deals. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Surowick goes down for the 4th time tonight. He struck out 4 times. Gators get the go-ahead run on a tough call. 7th inning stretch time. Florida 5, Miami 4. Seventh inning. They scored a run on no hits. 2 walks, a hit batter, and a balk when the inning was over. New Gators second baseman. Miami will go to the 7th inning with the bases with the top of the order. Ogden with a pop-up, short right field, and the new second baseman makes the play. Austin Nadeau.
Ricky Reed's still out there for Kevin O'Sullivan. Right on cue, Kevin O'Sullivan comes out to signal down to the bullpen, bringing a left-hander.
Justin Nadeau makes the play. Here comes Kevin O'Sullivan.
Joe, if the Gators hold on to win this game here, they're going to talk about Ricky Reed and his performance.
Yep.
He's going to get a nice ovation here from the Gator crowd, but he was absolutely tremendous for Kevin O'Sullivan.
Ricky Reed is done for the night. We'll take a break for a pitching change. Tell you about the new Gator pitcher when we come back. 5-4 Florida.
Tremendous performance from Reith. Like I mentioned, if the Gators hang on to win this game, they can thank Ricky Reith for keeping him in it.
Yep, no question. Ernesto Lugo Canchola is the new pitcher.
And look at those stats last year, Joe. 13-0 with a 2 ERA, 103 strikeouts over 94 2/3 innings.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good.
Pretty good.
That's pretty good. Okay.
All right. Ernesto.
He comes on with 1 out, nobody on. This game right now mired in controversy as third base umpire Travis Carlson somehow decides there's a balk when the inning was over. Torres tonight has a double, scored the tying run, a single and a double, and 2 official at-bats. The 1-ball, 1-strike pitch. A swing and a miss by Torres.
Good slider there from Lugo. It's Torres to swing right over the top.
Here's the 1-2. Torres a swing and a miss. 2 outs in the Miami 7th. Now Cuvée.
Back-to-back sliders from Lugo gets Torres to swing over the top of both of them. Really good pitch on the outer third. Left on left, that's so difficult.
So Cuvée comes up with nobody on. Has a sacrifice fly to shallow center field tonight. Been hit by a pitch and struck out. Cuvée, hard ground ball right at the shortstop. 1 step to his left. Lawson throws in time, and Miami goes quietly in the 7th inning. Retired in 1-2-3 fashion. We've completed 7 at the light. Gators 5 and Miami 4. A strikeout.
We're going to get the side profile here of Bilka to see if we can see anything different on that pitch that was called a balk. Here's the second strikeout. Here's the final pitch. Again, it's so difficult to tell. In my opinion, he doesn't do anything different. That's just a bad call. Not only is it a bad call, the timing of the call, Joe. Again, bases loaded, top of the 7th inning. Your reliever has done everything he possibly can to get out. You don't punish him for a small, I mean, not even a technicality. What did he see? What did he see? He's getting an earful from the Gator dugout,
right.
And I think that's what swayed the call. So look, credit to the Gators for putting that in his head and making an umpire it's been a loud crowd. They've been all over these guys, but that's a bad call. That's a really, really bad call, Joe.
There was the evidence right there. All right, we go to the 8th inning, but the Gators have the lead. They took advantage of it. Here's Bowen. Takes it inside for a ball. Bowen, Sear, and Strayer. One ball, no strikes, and the pitch. High and tight, 2-0. Miami 3 runs in the first, Gators 4 runs in the second. Kane's tied in the 5th. Gators took the lead in the 7th. Two balls and a strike.
Good pitch there from Bilka. There's been a gut check for Hurricanes and Ryan Bilka, right? You think you get out of the inning, all of a sudden you got to refocus, get right back in there and throw strikes.
That's in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A swing and a miss. He struck him out. That's how we start the 8th inning.
Good elevated fastball here from Bilka. Swings right over the top. Yeah, nice job right there.
Here comes Sear, 1 for 3 tonight. Singled and scored in the 2nd inning. Since then, he has struck out and grounded to third. Jumps on the first one he sees. Fly ball, foul territory. West trying to reach into the bullpen. Did he get it? Did he get it? He caught it! Oh my, what a catch! What a catch by Brylan West. Goes over the fence on the first base line.
He was just drifting over that way. We didn't have a very good vantage point, but tremendous job from West there to lay out. Show the umpire the ball. What a play. Big fella can move a little bit, Joe.
He used every bit of his 6'4" frame. 269 pounds, leaning over that fence and makes the grab of the game.
What a play.
What a play. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's Strayer. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Was hit by a pitch. He has scored the go-ahead run in the ballgame. Oh, 1, a swing and a miss, strike 2. Nothing in 2. We're in the 8th inning here at the Light in Coral Gables. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way. Driven to right field. Back goes Williams toward the warning track. It's off the wall. Williams turns, and the throw will be cut off. It's a 2-strike, 2-out double for Strayer to right field. Second time tonight that on an 0-2 pitch, the Gators have come up with a big hit.
It looked like that splitter from Bilka, and he leaves it up in the zone, and Strayer does a tremendous job driving that out to right field. Misses a home run by like 3 feet. Hits off the top of the wall there. Everyone held their breath here in Coral Gables as a Canes fan.
And I have a pinch hitter coming up for McDonald.
Hayden Yost.
Hayden Yost will be the pinch hitter. McDonald was 0 for 2. Yost the left-handed batter. And Bilk deals. First one low and in. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Gators looking to tack on some insurance runs here as we get late here in Coral Gables. Be a huge swing of the bat to drive that run in from second base.
1-1 to Yost, the pinch hitter. Takes it a little bit low. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 2, strike 1 on Yost. A 2-out double by Strayer. He's at second base. I think Miami's just going to put him on. They'll go to work on Miller. And Miller will be called back. So Miller is called back for another pinch hitter. Landon Stripling. Stripling, a junior from Georgia. No bat for Miller. Stripling at 264 with a couple of home runs. Strayer at second. And the pitch. Ground ball, West at first. Made a sensational play on one, and this one, routine, takes it to the bag for the final out of the 8th inning. So the Gators leave runners stranded at first and second. Bilka pitches around a 2-out double. Midway in the 8th, Florida 5 and Miami 4. Miami 4 has been a good ball game, controversial game now. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Gators. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Miami. So the situation is Florida 5, Miami 4. Canes are down to their final 6 outs. We'll have to get it done against Ernesto, Lugo, Canchola, Sosa, Williams, and West for Miami.
See how many batters Lugo gets here with Sosa leading off the inning. I have to imagine there's a right-hander. I think there is some action in the Gator bullpen.
Yep, there's a right-hander throwing like he means it down the left field line. Hurricanes have stranded 5. The Gators have stranded 6 tonight. Sosa 1 for 3. Had a base hit his last time up in the 5th inning. Left-hander against left-hander in the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. Sosa with a fly ball to left field. Sear drifting toward the line underneath it and makes the catch. 1 out in the Miami 8th inning.
Looks like Lugo might stay in there. The story for the Hurricanes has been the inability of Cuvée and Sosa to get anything going the last 2 nights. Gator pitching has done a tremendous job holding both those guys at bay. As dangerous as they both are, not a whole lot of production from either of them.
Surowick is now over at third base. The Gators have had so many pinch hitters. Williams, first ball swinging. Fouls it away. He has a 3-run homer tonight. Stripling is the new first baseman. Nothing in 1 on Williams. 5-4 Gators here in the 8th inning. One ball, 1 strike, pitch on the way. Williams fouls it back onto the screen.
As tempting as it is to hunt a home run here for Derek Williams, you got to cut your swing down and put the ball in play. Put some pressure on this Gator defense. Controller's done a good job of mixing in that good slider. See if he throws one back foot here on Williams.
A swing and a miss on a 1-2 pitch. And Canchola's retired the first 2 he sees here in the 8th inning.
Controller drives that fastball down and away. It's Williams to offer at it. Really good pitch right there. Pitcher's pitch on the only a ball and a half or 2 off the plate. Too good to pass up for Williams.
2 outs, nobody on for West, who made a spectacular play in foul territory. First one outside for a ball. Same 2 teams tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock. Only question right now is, will it be a rubber game or will the Gators win the series here tonight? 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. West fouls it onto the screen behind home plate.
Another pitcher's count here for Enchola. Good variety of pitches.
1-2 in the pitch on the way. West lunges at it and lines it foul down the right field line. Nine Hurricanes in a row have been retired now by the Gators. Hurricanes offense has not been heard from now since the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch. West lays off it. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The way Conchola's going, I think you go fastball in here.
2-2 on the way. That's too high, 3-2. West waits on the 3-2 pitch. Here it comes. Hard ground ball, foul down the third base line. Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Inside for ball 4. So Miami has a 2-out base runner.
Really good at bat there from Brylan West. Gets in a pitcher's count and works a walk. We got Copeland in a big situation here for the Hurricanes.
Ken Copeland digs in, 0 for 3 tonight. And let's see. Now the home plate umpire jumps out. What's he going to call? That was timeout. Miami wants a pinch runner.
I don't know, Joe.
I thought he was going to call a balk. Mason Greenhouse will be the pinch runner. Copeland waits. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Right now, the difference in the ball game, a balk. Only in college baseball.
Only in this rivalry, Joe. Only in this rivalry. To think we've had a tremendous night of baseball and we're talking about a balk.
Copeland a big swing and a miss. 1-2.
Copeland's got to cut down his swing here. Left on left against a tough Conchola. You got to cut down your swing and put the ball in play.
Greenhouse at first base. Pretty good lead. Here comes the pitch. Off the outside corner, 2-2. 8th inning, 5-4 Florida. Another long meeting on the mound. That's a good one. Catcher needs to grab the rosin bag and he'll jog back on home plate. Hey, it's humid out there.
It is humid.
A lot of sweat.
A lot of sweat. This rosin bag's come in handy.
Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way. Copeland taps it foul right around home plate. Two balls, 2 strikes. Copeland waits, here it is. He lifts it foul.
Copeland's playing great defense right now, just fouling these really tough pitches off from Conchola. Here, Copeland, you got to try and see a mistake up, something you can see up in the zone.
2-2 pitch. Stays alive, taps it foul.
The longer these at-bats go, the more the advantage sways to the hitter because he's seen every single pitch that Conchola can throw. So not a lot he can surprise him with. Now Conchola has to execute a good pitch.
2-2 for Copeland. Fouls it away again. And the duel continues. Copeland 0 for 3, reached on an error in the 4th inning. Conchola from the belt, looks over at first. Greenhouse a good lead. 2-2. Spoils another one.
I need more baseballs here soon.
And if you're the pitcher and you've had this happen to you now over and over, what's the mindset?
Yeah, you just got to keep competing. You got to keep grind this at bat out, take the mentality. You're not going to give in. You don't want to make a mistake here. A mistake here costs you the ball game, right, if you're Conchola. So you keep executing good pitchers' pitches. Hey, if we're going to keep fouling it off, we'll keep doing it, but I'm going to make my pitch.
Ball 2, strike 2. Copeland fouls it off again.
Not only is this good for Copeland, but it's good for the rest of the lineup. Dubovic's been in that on-deck circle. He's just seen just about every pitch that Conchola can possibly throw.
The 11th pitch of the at-bat. Conchola and Copeland. Greenhouse at first, 5-4 Gators. Gonna be a 12th pitch coming up. These two teams have battled hard here tonight.
Yeah, it really has been. It's been a really well-played baseball game, Joe.
You get back to right now, it's being decided by a balk call that you're still trying to sort out. 2-2. Another foul ball by Copeland.
This is awesome. This is what college baseball is all about, right? Two rivals, a 13th pitch of an at-bat. Copeland's fouling everything off. There's got to be an element of control that's, you know, if he could, he'd throw a fastball right by him, but Copeland's done everything he possibly could here.
2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And Conchola is pumped up. It took him 13 pitches to finish it off, but he did. Conchola gets Copeland to chase. Hurricanes strand a base runner in the 8th. We head to the 9th, Miami and Florida. Gators 5, Miami 4. Copeland now playing first base for the University of Miami. Top of the 9th inning, Gators 5, Miami 4. Bilka starts off the 9th inning against Justin Nadeau, came on to play second base. One ball, no strikes. And Bilka brings it home. Foul back onto the screen. Bilka 2 innings, 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, 3 walks.
Just going to say he's done really well out of relief. Got into a huge situation in the 7th inning. Just a clean 8th.
1-1 grounded to first. Copeland on the backhand and makes the play. Of course, he just came into the game. The ball always finds the new guy.
A nice play there from Copeland. That was a well-struck ball by Nadeau. Copeland makes a nice backhanded play, takes it himself to the bag. Huge first out here for Ryan Bilka.
Here comes Jones. He struck out with the bases loaded his last time up. Jones 1 for 4 tonight with a single to center field, or a double to center field, and drove in 2. 2-run double. Jones is now 1 for 8 in the series. Well, you're early in the season. Both teams, both managers are still trying to figure out their teams, what they have. Miami's got to feel a lot better about their number 2 starter.
Yeah, certainly. Rob Evans was absolutely fantastic here tonight, Joe. And,
and then Bilka.
Bilka's been their bullpen ace, right? I think when the Miami breaks camp and goes to week 1 of their season, they thought Ryan Bilka was going to be their closer, factoring in the biggest portions of their game, and they brought him in here in a huge situation this evening, and he's been sensational.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch on the way. Oh boy, that one just missed.
Bilka took a mental health walk around the mound to make sure he didn't explode there.
Two and 2. Jones waits. Here it comes. Lines it down the left field line. Fair ball into the corner. And he's into second with a stand-up 1-out double. Bilka thought he had him struck out. Now he gives up a double.
Elevated splitter there from Bilka, and Jones does a really good job keeping his hands in and driving that ball down the left field line. Bilka thought he had a strikeout and pitched before, and all of a sudden he's working with some traffic on the bases here.
Hurricanes are going to walk Lawson. Put their infield in a double play situation. And go to work on Sirowick, who's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Number 44, Dorn, also
Dorn and Calera throwing in the bullpen side by side. Double barrel action for Miami. And the pitch. Sorowitz has had a night to forget, but he can change all of that with 1 swing of the bat. There's the Miami bullpen. A swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sorowitz was trying to feel better about his night by launching that one with the scoreboard.
Big cut right there from Sorowitz, and better fastball from Bilka.
0 for 4, 4 strikeouts. Runners are at first and second. Bilka from the belt. And the pitch. And there it goes. A deep drive to left field. Backing up on the warning track, and that one's gone. Sorowitz erases the 4 strikeouts with a 3-run home run. And dances around the bases. Forget about the 4 strikeouts now. It's all about a 3-run homer.
One
and the
swing of the
Gators
bat.
have an 8-4 lead.
Looked like a hanging splitter there from Bilka, and Sorowitz does a great job staying back and driving that ball over the scoreboard. Wow. What a tremendous swing.
Hurricanes went to the well 1 more time. Sorowitz has struck out 4 times, led a pitching change, but he may have just driven the long nails into the coffin. 8-4 in the 9th inning. Now we got a pitching change at the light. We'll take a break. Sorowitz with a 3-run homer, and the Gators lead at 8-4. 4 in Coral Gables. Sorowitz with a 3-run home run. He has struck out 4 times prior, but that nightmare ends. Hurricanes go to the bullpen. Lazaro Calera comes on for Miami. He pitched last night and had tough luck in the 8th inning.
He did, Joe. He's got a big arm, big sophomore right-hander out of Westminster Christian. Bringing a tough situation here right now after the big home run from Sorowitz. He's got to do whatever he can to get these 2 outs and get the Hurricanes back in the dugout, try and chip away at this Gator lead.
So after the 3-run homer by Sorowitz, Bilka 2 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. All earned, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. And now Bowen. 3-run homer by Surwick. Bowen tonight singled in the second, struck out in the third, flied out to right field in the sixth, and struck out in the eighth. A 1-for-4 night. That one driven to right center field. Torres on the move. Plenty of room for Torres to reach up and make the catch. 2 out in the Gator ninth. Looking ahead for Miami. Debovic. Probably a pinch hitter. Watkins and then Ogden. And now Blake Sear. 1-for-4 tonight. Singled back in the second inning. Since then he struck out, grounded to third, and popped up the first base to West, who made a great play. In foul territory, went over the fence and made the play. Calera's 0-1. Swing and a miss, nothing in 2.
Claire's got really good stuff, Joe. He's one of the guys that they're going to count on. Coach Arteaga, Coach Gutierrez, as the season progresses. A youngster, didn't get a whole lot of burn last year, but really good fastball, good slider mix.
0-2 is outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gators a 3 spot here in the 9th inning. Gators have done it when it mattered the most.
Yep.
4 runs last night in the 8th inning, 3 runs tonight here in the 9th.
4 for 11 runners in scoring position, and that's been the story of the game. Miami's 1 for 4, haven't really capitalized on the opportunity. Haven't had many, but they haven't capitalized when they had the opportunities, Joe. It's the story of the game.
Ball 2, strike 2, pitch on the way. Rounded to third, foul.
That home run also changes the complexion of the 9th inning for Coach Kevin O'Sullivan, right? You probably don't bring in your closer. He still may, just because of the nature of the game and wanting to win the series, but gives you more optionality. You can probably bring in another arm and save your closer for tomorrow if need be.
Calera thought he had him struck out. 3-2 now on Sear. Fly ball straight away center field. Torres drifting back. Routine play for him. That's all for the Gators, but the damage is done. Ethan Surwick with a 3-run home run here in the 9th inning. We go to the bottom half. 3 outs to go for Miami. Gators 8, Miami 4. Debovic is the due hitter. Then we'll see what happens with the number 9 spot. Then back to the top of the order in Ogden. Joshua Reitner is the new pitcher. He's a 6'2", 210-pound freshman right-hander from Tampa. So he comes on to slam the door on Miami here in the 9th inning. 8-4 Gators. 3-run home run in the 9th inning has given them lots of breathing room.
A ton of breathing room, and on the flip side, if you're Miami, you just got to get runners on base. You got to make the Gators work for this 9th inning. See if you can get their closer up and throwing. Just, put some pressure on them, make them feel you a little bit. Don't want to go down without a fight here if you're the Miami Hurricanes.
So the Hurricanes looking for some of that old-fashioned Mark White magic here in the 9th inning. Debovic 0 for 2 and has been hit by a pitch. Debovic takes the first one in there for a strike. That one only hit 99 miles an hour. I was joking to you. Another guy throws 100. Yeah, well, pretty much.
Wow.
Here comes the 0-1. Woo. Another blazing fastball up and in at 97.
I said maybe the Gators didn't have to use their closer, but you may be looking at the closer right here.
1 ball, 1 strike. Debovic waits, takes it inside. Debovic is swinging and a miss. As Reitner reaches back and hits 100 on that pitch. My goodness.
If you're writing it right here, you go right back to that pitch. Elevate that fastball.
2-2. Debovic pops it up by the Miami dugout and on top of the dugout.
You got to make Debovic show that he can catch up to that fastball. And again, you don't want this to get to a 3-2 count. You don't want to walk anybody here in this inning. Right near with that electric fastball, go right after Dubovnik here.
Reitner has hit 100 so far here in the 9th inning. 2-2. Fisted foul. Another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Two balls, 2 strikes. Debovic waits, and here it comes. Hard ground ball to third. And the play to first in time. Surowick throws him out. There was a time when I was a kid, the only guy that hit 100 miles an hour was Nolan Ryan.
Yeah. Now just about everybody does, Joe. You turn on a Major League Baseball game. It's shocking how many guys hit triple digits.
Nolan Ryan hit 100 miles an hour and never knew where it was going.
It's scary for everybody involved, right?
Pinch hitter for the Canes, Alonso Alvarez. The freshman digs in. At 99, that's strike 1. Inside of the bell for strike 2.
The story of the weekend thus far has been the tremendous efforts by the Gator bullpen. Last night with Barberi, tonight with Reith, with a tremendous outing, 4 innings in relief.
Chopper over the head of Reitner on the charge, and there'll be no play. Lawson couldn't get it out of his glove. So Miami has a 1-out base runner here in the 9th inning.
You got to start somewhere, and ultimately what you want to do is you want to get this inning to Daniel Cuvée, right? Somehow, some way. Next 2 guys, Ogden and Torres, got to figure out a way to get on base and turn the lineup over to your big Bash brother in the lineup, right? Somehow, some
See if
way.
he can run into one of those 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. Ogden wearing the collar tonight, 0 for 4. High ball 1. This is just routine. Every pitch is 99 or 100.
What a luxury.
That's in there for a strike.
Took a little off, 98.
Ogden 1 for 7 in the series, a double last night. A ball and a strike. Taps it foul, 1-2.
Good cutter there at 91 miles an hour. Ogden swings over the top. Reitner's got amazing stuff.
A swing and a miss by Ogden, 2 down in the 9th inning.
Joe, that's a 93-mile-an-hour slider right there. When you get a bailout swing from Ogden, that's absolutely electric from Reitner.
2 outs, 1 on for Torres. He has 2 hits tonight, a single and a double. 2 for 3. A strikeout in the 7th inning. Throw a walk in there in the 3rd. Runner goes. Pitches inside. Miami has a base runner at 2nd. A 1-0 pitch. Torres looks at ball 2. Cuvée would be next if Torres can extend the inning. 2 balls, no strikes. Three and 0 on Torres.
This is the guy you want to get, though. If you're Reitner, you don't want to turn this inning over to Daniel Cuvée. Got to go right after Torres here.
.30 pitch in there for strike 3 and 1. Hurricanes are down to their last out. Gators 1 out away from a clubhouse celebration and another series win against Miami. 3-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Now they're a pitch away. 3 and 2. Reitner will come with the hard stuff on the 3-2. Well, I guess he second-guessed himself. He stepped off the rubber. I don't know if I'm throwing 100 miles an hour.
Don't think we need to signal any other signs in.
1 followed by 1. Fastball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And here it comes. High for ball 4. Here comes Cuvée. A little bit of drama left here at the ballpark. Cuvée with Sosa moving into the on-deck circle.
You know it wasn't going to be easy, Joe. Never is here.
Cuvée hit by a pitch in the 3rd, a sacrifice fly in the 5th. Struck out in the 1st, grounded out to short in the 7th. 0 for 2. Hitless in the series, 0 for 6. High ball 1. Two on, 2 out. 8-4 Gators in the 9th. That's down the middle for a strike. Took something off at 98.
This guy's got an unbelievable arm.
One for Cuvée. High and tight for ball 2. Sosa swings a bat in the on-deck circle. Well, maybe Cuvée can get it to Sosa. 2 and 1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
That's best on best right there. 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Reitner. Challenging Daniel Cuvée. Elevates it, great pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch on the way. Ground ball off of Reitner. He picks it up, throws on to first, in time Gators win. And the Gators take the series again from Miami. 8-4 is the final. 8 runs, 8 hits. 2 errors for the Gators, 4 runs, 6 hits, no errors for Miami. Florida's won 11 of the last 12 against Miami. Canes will try to salvage something tomorrow afternoon. This was a tough one. Tied at 4, game decided, winning run was scored on a balk. And then Surowick with a 3-run homer pretty much put the game to bed.
It was a tough night for the Hurricanes, Joe. I mean, tremendous job by the Gator bullpen again. I can't stress that enough. Your starter goes 2 1/3 inning to be able to cover the rest of the ball game and win a series here in Coral Gables, something they've done quite often here the last decade or so. Tough pill to swallow. You mentioned it, the balk being the deciding factor in the game, but very well played baseball game between these two teams. I mean, it's just recipe for what we've seen for the last 50 or so years between these two ball clubs.
Gators go to 11-1. Miami falls to 10-2. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on ACC Network, download the ESPN app. So for Javi Salas, I'm Joe Zagacki saying so long from Coral Gables. Once again, our final score, the Gators 8, Miami 4. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. So long, everyone.